How's it going? Welcome to this week's edition of Coffee Break. My name is Nick, and I'm very happy we're using a different platform now, but I hope that you can see everybody. I can see Shai, Chloe, and Sam.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi,
Really?
Nick. Hi, Shai, Sam.
It's so nice to
Hi,
see you all again.
How are you guys doing? Yeah, even virtually, How are you guys doing?
I'm
So far, so
good.
good.
I'm actually cold right now. Finally, the weather is cooling down on us. For a while,
Hindi ka mukhang nilalamig, Shai.
indoors pero at least hindi pinagpapawisan. Yun lang.
Yeah.
Correct.
Diba?
Right, but
Diba?
that's something to be grateful for. Even if it's really cold outside, it's raining, we have roof over our heads.
Amen to that.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi not
True.
everyone has, and it's been over 100 days since we were locked inside our houses, right?
Is it?
I'm surprised na kapag bilang ka pa. I lost track.
Parang mas sa Big Brother house. Mas malala na tayo.
I feel like it's a Sunday every day. I feel like every day is a
Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday. Parang nawawala na ako ng sense of time, date, day. Grabe,
Totoo.
no?
Iba pag work
Right.
from home.
Exactly.
That's right.
And
I know.
right now,
Every
we're
day feels like a
working.
weekend.
It does.
Mhm.
It does. So hindi mo malaman kung nag-work ka na ba o hindi. But it's a good thing that we have work. And
Yes.
that's
Oh,
something
yeah.
to be grateful for, right? So that's what we will be talking about for today's edition of Coffee Break. And I hope that you join us. Of course, you can do post your comments, whatever it is, if you have your insights as well, as we are talking about jobs in the time of pandemic. Okay.
Mhm.
So let's start with Miss Chloe and Miss Sam. So,
Go ahead, Nick.
so you know that this pandemic has really brought a lot of anxieties, uncertainties in terms of jobs, right? Because of economic recession.
Mhm.
Yun yan, daming sarang businesses eh. So ano po yung mga unang reaction nyo when you learned about the lockdown and companies starting to close?
Sam, you want to go ahead first?
Okay. Well, my initial reaction would be, first of all, our operation as a radio station. Diba? Yung talaga pumasok sa isip ko would be how we're going to operate, how we can still, provide entertainment to our listeners given the situation that there's a pandemic and we can't even leave our home. So yun talaga yung unang pumasok sa isip ko. But at the same time, I was actually a bit worried about, pay cuts or probably some layoffs within the company, which I am so thankful na hindi naman nangyari sa company natin. Diba? So, typical worries na pumapasok sa isip mo as an employee. Ayan, yun yung mga naisip ko since the lockdown started. Yun.
Right.
How about you, Chloe?
Chloe?
Well, ako naman, my initial thoughts were, syempre nandun yung worry talaga and fear. Although nung unang mga first few days ng lockdown, I was very confident that we will be able to pull it off.
Mhm.
Kasi prior to this, na-test na yung resiliency natin because of what happened to MBC. So I was
Yes.
very confident that we will be able to work remotely.
Aha.
Pero syempre, I was also thinking, if the company would be able to sustain us,
Mhm.
paanong gagawin and all. And I'm very thankful to God that, we're all still here together. We're still playing good music every day. We are still entertaining people, and we're blessed because our advertisers are slowly coming back.
Yeah.
Kaya, yun. If you're gonna ask me my initial thoughts, takot talaga. But deep inside, I was thinking it was just gonna end after April. So I was planning na, after that, babalik na sa office. Hindi ko ine-expect na aabot tayo sa ganito katagal.
Yun
Mukhang
talaga.
tatagal pa.
I know, 2 years nga daw ang effect nito eh.
Oh my
Diba? Or
gosh.
maybe more than 2 years.
Yeah.
It's gonna be scary for a lot of people.
Hanggang
But,
walang vaccine, di ba?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Wala pa. Hopefully, they will come up with one soon that's gonna be pretty safe and effective for everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Praying for that.
There's one that looks promising, yung sa Germany, pero kaabot kaya agad dito yun? Yung gamot niya, pinakyaw na ng US?
I know,
Diba?
the procurement will be a problem.
Kung aabot man sa atin, yung mga trickled down na lang talaga siguro, no? I don't know.
But I
Generic.
hope the pharmaceutical companies in the Philippines can help us with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm confident naman madiskarte naman ng Pilipino and we have
True.
brilliant scientists here na
True.
can come up with, well, there's nothing wrong with generic. I'm a big fan of generic
Mm-hmm.
or
Yeah.
generic brands, di ba?
Yeah, so pharmaceutical companies are definitely okay. I mean, they're doing well during these times. I hope. I mean,
We
shouldn't say
assume.
that, but we assume
Yeah.
they're okay.
Yeah.
We assume that they're okay, especially yung mga sa vitamins, sa supplements, ganyan. But for
Boom
others,
sila ngayon.
yeah, but it might be difficult for others. So do you have some friends that share their stories with you sa ibang industry na sobrang struggle talaga ngayon?
Well, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sige,
Sige.
Shai, ikaw muna.
Oh, thank you. Sorry. Sa akin, I really feel it's the tourism and the hospitality sector that's really taken a big, big blow. Kasi syempre, in all sectors of the country, local tourism, it's gone for a really long time. They have no other means of earning a living but what they've known to do for the longest time, which is tourism, right? So walang-wala talaga silang guests right now for obvious reasons. And also hotels,
Yes.
hospitality sector nga talagang nakakaawa sila kasi yun, they're trying to make their own gimmick to make ends meet. Like for example, if you don't have a place to stay during the pandemic, we're going to like offer you parang 1 month stay for this price lang. So when you think about it, wow, you could stay in a hotel for 1 month, parang ganun, di ba? But it's still not enough to let them survive. In fact, a lot of the hotels, even the big ones, like the one in Davao, I believe they've closed down and they don't know when they're going to come back. At least habang wala pa nga talagang vaccine, habang wala pang any changes with how we're dealing with the pandemic. So, ayun, hospitality sector, the tourism, it's really taking a big, big blow. Kasi in fairness, like with the food industry, although bumaba yung nila, income nila, but everybody still needs food. So,
Yeah.
they
Yes.
manage somehow, right? Tayo sa media industry, thankfully, everybody is now even more intent into listening to radio,
Yeah.
checking out the different medium to get data, to get information. So we're surviving, but a lot of other sectors nga are really, really not. Yeah. So how about you, Chloe?
Right. Chloe.
Well, our friends from the event industry,
Yes, oo.
diyan tayo nabubuhay, alam nyo
Tayo
yan.
rin, no?
And there will be no event for what? Until 2022 daw? There were canceled weddings, canceled corporate events. So, alam nyo yan, wala tayong hosting.
Yes.
So,
Actually, I have friends from the tourism industry as well.
Uh-huh.
Some people I know who have high positions in the hotel industry. Ang ano sa kanila is no work, no pay then. But they're still thankful na employed sila. Yun nga lang, no work, no pay. No matter how high your position is within the company, no work, no pay pa rin talaga sila. And aside from that, I have also learned from my friends abroad that they have experienced pay cuts as well. Same with us, na nakaranas ng pay cuts and some layoffs din sa company nila, which is actually, a bit sad on their part. Kasi syempre, hindi naman nila gusto na may mga kasamahan silang matanggal sa trabaho.
Right. Really, really
Oo
sad news.
naman.
Ang dami yung mga friends ko din na FA, for example, some of them have already started building their houses. Kasi syempre, nakakalculate mo yung yung monthly salary mo and expenses. Right now, if napatigil yung bahay nila. And talking about events, it's interesting because somebody was getting me to host their wedding. Ito ay yung kwento ko. Somebody was to host their wedding. This week yun I think it was supposed to be Friday. Tapos parang in my head, sabi ko, additional din yun pang grocery ko. Pero I really had to decline. Kasi it's just so weird.
Yeah.
I love them. I appreciate them. I love them as a couple. They're my friends. But sabi ko siguro it would be a lot safer if wala na lang program and just, alam mo yun, kasi intimate naman daw, pero gusto lang nila ng some form of entertainment. But I just feel like, alam mo, ang hirap ngayon just being in a crowd with the microphone.
Yes.
Matutulero ka na rin And even if it's money, parang you would choose your health now more than more than the money kasi ang laki ng hospital bills pag titingnan mo yung mga COVID patients.
That
Grabe.
is
True.
True. Let me just tell you a story, ha. The other
Go
day, I went to the grocery lang. Syempre, before ka pumasok, di ba, kukunan ka ng temperature. Yung medyo malayo naman sa akin, nag-register sa kanya, 38.3. O, edi takbo
Wow.
ako. Sabi niya, bakit 38.3? Wala naman ako nararamdaman.
Natakot ka.
Ano ba yung
Parang
pag-uwi ko
ganun.
ng bahay? Siyempre, tumakbo na ako. Malis na ako doon. Pag-uwi ko ng bahay, feeling ko masakit na lalamunan ko. May katabi na akong thermometer. Who's monitoring this?
Ang paranoid na natin.
Di ka so parang. Tapos mag-host ka pa ng intimate.
Oo.
Hindi ba kayo? Ang hirap mag-intimate, di ba?
Hirap.
I mean,
Yeah.
we would love to. It's
Virus.
extra.
Yes.
Ang weird
Ikaw.
naman pang thermals ka na ginamit sa'yo. Parang mas mainit ka pa sa buntis.
Dun sa, yung kasunod ko, Sam, hindi ako, ha?
Ay, yung kasunod mo ba? Akala ko ikaw.
Oo, I mean, like a few
akala ko
meters
ikaw.
away. Hindi ako.
Oo.
Kasi I think pagka galing ka sa labas na nainitan ka,
Oo.
yung ibang tao very
Yes.
sensitive yata na nag-register.
Yes.
Pati syempre yung mga guards, upo muna kayo, uminom kayo ng tubig, ganyan. Ay, di syempre takbo na lola mo. Stay ka pa ba?
Paranoid na kung paranoid, but it's still better to, keep yourself
Oh yeah.
at a safe distance kesa
You
naman.
can't be too careful. So okay
True.
lang daw yon. Sabi ng mga
True.
doctors, it's okay. Don't challenge the virus.
Oo.
Actually.
All right, now that we talked about the supermarket, I have a question for Miss Sam. Because di ba we were talking about the difficulties of getting a job or mga pay cuts, ganyan, during this time. But we see a lot of people still buying stuff online. sobrang daming bumibili pa rin.
Speaking of which, I just got something delivered today.
Yeah.
Lipstick?
What
No,
Is it
no,
makeup?
No, baby stuff.
Okay. Ako mga tama ka Nick, ako mga gamit sa trabaho natin, like may yung
Tripod.
parang tripod, ganyan.
So what about it, Nick?
Right. Yun, so I wanted to ask, like, despite all the difficulties sa ating economy, ganyan, nag-thrive ang e-commerce ngayon. Do you think it's going to be sustainable or at some point mag-struggle din ang mga online shops? What do you think?
Well, I think e-commerce has always been a big player in the market. Even before the pandemic started, I believe some brands really just want to close down their stores and opt to have an online store. Kasi mabili talaga siya ngayon. It's very in demand. And I think even after the pandemic, it will still be sustainable. They will still thrive. But ang medyo mahihirapan sa part na yan would be the retail. Because some of the brands have a retail side. So it means they have a shop in the malls, they have a boutique, di ba?
Mhm.
And some naman wala. So yung may mga retail side, it's gonna be quite a challenge for them because syempre wala nang pupunta sa mall. And you don't know how long you can open within a day and tuwing kailan ka pwede mag-open, and it depends on the staff that you need pa if you want to really increase your operations on a day-to-day basis. So I think the e-commerce thing, as you asked, it will still thrive even after the pandemic. And even the retail brands, I'm sure you've noticed, di ba? Yung mga branded na relo na hindi mo iniisip na magbibigay ng promo, ng big discount as much as 30 to 50% off. They're flashing ads on platforms, 'di ba? Showing na they're on a big sale. See, they're also taking charge of the taking advantage of how the e-commerce is going right now. So pati mga retail brands sa mall mo lang mabibili, even the expensive watches are trying to advertise on social platforms so everybody can still buy. Lalo na yung mga gustong bumili, di ba?
Yeah.
So talaga magta-thrive pa rin siya.
Kotse, buy one, take one.
Oh my God.
Totoo ba yan?
Yeah, true. Oh,
Parang, I think I saw
SUV?
that ad too.
oh,
I
diba?
saw that ad too.
SUV?
Yes, it's
Ang
SUV
bibilin
plus
mo?
sedan.
Yes.
Oh my
Sedan.
goodness.
Hindi, I'm
Basta,
not
alam mo
so
na.
sure if it's kung kailangan bilhin ng cash ba yung
Mhm.
SUV.
Sandali ha,
Basta
bilangin ko lang
buy
yung
one,
coins ko
take
dito.
one.
I saw that ad too. That
diba?
SUV is medyo may kamahalan talaga yun. Nasa
Mga
1
2.2
million.
million daw.
Oh, mga ganon. Mga ambis
Wow.
na nasa 1 million plus na.
You get a free sedan.
Mm-mm.
Pili ka ba kung anong
Ito
klase?
pala,
Kasi
tama, 2
dalawa.
million.
Dalawa yung pinapamigay nila, diba? So parang
Mm-mm.
naisip ko, ganun ka-hard ngayon.
2 million lang
Totoo.
ba? Sige, kaya ko naman ata yan. Mamaya, mabili nga.
Even the automotive industry, diba? They really suffered a lot because of this.
Exactly.
And
Mm-mm.
I'm sure you've noticed na, kasi ako, meron akong friends na online sellers ng, well, actually, meron lang silang platform sa online to promote what they're selling, but they're selling second-hand cars. Ang lakas ng bentahan ng second-hand cars ngayon. Sobra. Yes, because it's difficult to travel. To commute na using public transport. So instead of buying a brand new one, now you have to cash out a big amount of money. You get a second hand. Oh, you get a second hand that's functioning well, diba?
Oo,
And
tama.
and these businesses really aren't e-commerce based, but since they promote online, ang daming nila nagiging buyer. Parang everyday nakikita ko yung batchmate ko na nagde-deliver ng cars as far as Laguna.
Wow.
Taga-east siya.
Oo, wow, layo.
So merong mga businesses na talagang bumubongga ngayong merong pandemic, di ba? Lalo yung negosyo ng alcohol, ganyan, isa
True.
na yan, sabon.
A lot of people are selling anything under the sun na just to, to manage and to put food in the table. And actually, you were talking about deliveries all over na kanina, Sam. And I just realized I'd really want to thank all of our delivery personnel, of all brands, of all companies, as in thank you talaga kasi you guys are making it so much easier for us to deal with this through this pandemic talaga, di ba? We get to stay at home while you guys are going north to south, east to west, wherever, just to deliver our goods. So thank you talaga.
Isipin mo na lang, Shai, for my case, since I'm gonna be delivering soon, diba? The preparation,
Delivery ka rin?
The preparation for a new baby, for a mom like me, is medyo mahirap siya kasi marami kang ihahanda na gamit. Diba? From diaper to soap to baby wipes to everything. So, and all of these, usually, we don't order it online. Diba?
Yeah.
You really have to go to the mall. Ngayon, everything that I prepared for my baby is ordered online. Lahat, in-order ko lang online kasi I have no choice. I can't go out.
Ooh, true.
Yeah.
Better to be
I'm
safe
just
na
so,
rin.
like you, I'm so thankful na, it's easy to order and have them delivered to your home for safety. Diba? Kaya every time there's a delivery guy, I try to give a little extra.
Thank
Yes.
you. Yes. And that goes to everyone also, hopefully, if you have an extra something there, or even just give them a glass of water, that would be really helpful for them. Grabe, you don't know how much they appreciate the simple things like that. Pero kung tip pa rin talaga. Kahit ako naman siguro.
Correct.
Pero alam mo, na-appreciate
pesos,
na-appreciate nila kahit kasi mapalad kami kasi yung LGU namin dito laging during the lockdown nagbibigay ng mga relief. So ang ginagawa ko pagka medyo marami na hinahati-hati ko. Tapos pag merong delivery sa akin, pag nagpa-deliver ako, bibigyan ko ng konting tip tapos relief. Oh my gosh, tuwang-tuwa talaga sila.
Diba?
Pero mas gusto pa nila yung relief.
They'd appreciate anything we could give them talaga. So,
yeah.
Doesn't hurt to help, guys. Yun.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's fantastic. So in a way, despite the many challenges we're facing, we get to help each other, in one way or another. We shell out some money, diba? We're also helping the economy somehow, diba? Parang magbalik ulit. And talking about that, sa pagbabalik ng ekonomiya, pag-restart, and despite the many challenges, I have a short story for my next question. Because a good friend of mine, we were talking last week. Tapos sabi niya sa akin, nag-resign siya sa work niya. And ang initial reaction ko, syempre parang, seryoso ka ba? Magre-resign ka ngayong panahon na to? And like, my mom would always tell me, magre-resign na siya. Dami na mareklamo, huwag ka na magre-resign. Usually, moms would say that. Especially now. It's really difficult. And you gotta be grateful with your job, for your company.
Yeah.
Tapos bigla siyang nag-resign, ang laki lang ng sweldo nun. Tapos, ang dahilan niya sa akin, kasi even before the lockdown naman daw, gusto niya na talagang mag-resign.
Mhm.
And he feels na kaya naman niya makakuha ng trabaho. Alam mo, nakakuha siya ng trabaho agad-agad. Like 3 days,
Wow.
Okay.
3 days after. So let's talk about that. Chloe, so what can you say about employees who are actually switching companies during this time?
Well, I can't blame them. They have their reasons for doing that or for doing so. In fact, yung nephew ko was also telling his mom na maganda na position niya doon sa pinagtatrabahuhan niya na gusto niya nang mag-resign even before this pandemic. Sabi ko, just tell him this is not a good time to do that. But I can't blame them if that's what they want to do. Pero if you can hold on pa rin sa trabaho mo, I don't think it would hurt, 'di ba? Kung medyo mag-hold on ka pa. But I think the same rule applies. Kung wala kang pupuntahan, wag ka munang malikot. Diba?
True.
Kasi lahat tayo ngayon, we need something to hold on to.
Yeah.
So hindi ngayon yung time para maging flighty.
Unless you have an offer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At saka unless otherwise, wala ka namang binubuhay. If you don't have mouths to feed, ikaw lang ang sarili mo, go ahead. It's your life anyway. But if you're the head of the family, wag ka munang malikot sa mga panahon ngayon.
Don't be too proud.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's siguro, no, when you're providing for your family, mahirap siya. But if you're alone, and you can be responsible for your actions, yeah.
Actually, kung ano man na-decide nila, whether they resigned or not for whatever reason, basta you're managing and like what Nick said, you're responsible naman, then hindi po namin kayo i-judge.
If I may add to that,
I mean, who are we to?
Oo.
Kasi my doctor was telling me na yung pag-flight din daw, yung flighting ng mga nurses daw ngayon is also in demand. Because we know naman na they don't really get a lot in a hospital setting. Kumbaga parang yung typical pay for the nurses here in the Philippines. But since there's a lot of COVID facilities that's being being used these days in different areas all over Metro Manila, all over the Philippines actually, the COVID facilities payment daw is triple the rate.
Wow.
As big as 45K per nurse.
Mali talaga tayong profession eh.
So you can't blame them. Siyempre, some of the nurses, di ba? Kumbaga, they're already at risk. Why not be, Kumbaga,
All
parang
in.
ito,
Practical,
all in na. Todo na natin
Oo.
ito. At risk ka na, kumikita ka pa ng mas malaki. Yun lang yung nagiging challenge these days for some hospitals because some nurses would opt to go to the facility because they can get more.
And we don't blame them, talaga.
Yes, we can't blame them din naman, syempre. Diskarte nila sa buhay yan eh. This time of pandemic, diba, lahat naman tayo is at risk. And if they be given that opportunity to earn a little extra for their family, diba, why not?
If I may add lang mga pala sa kwento ni Nick, naalala ko, di ba you said that your friend was able to get a job after 3 days. Well, some people, for those who are considering leaving their jobs and trying to find a new one, once again, let us remind you that it's not very easy to find one nowadays. I think sobrang swerte lang ng friend ni Nick. Ano ba yung profession niya? Ano ba yung trabaho
Very
niya?
marketable, no?
Oo.
Yeah, it does a lot of things kasi. But
Okay.
sige, go.
Kasi yung friend ko, I think I told you the story na Nick before na yung friend ko nga na he was laid off because we understand, we don't blame the company, we understand why. Pero until now, he was laid off last April, I believe, and until now, he still doesn't have a job. He's been applying and been job hunting ever since at wala pa rin talaga. So, for those whose jobs are, if you feel all over the place, reconsider mo na talaga. Tiisin nyo muna yung, kung sa tingin nyo toxic ba yung company nyo, tiisin mo muna. Again, if you have to be responsible with your decisions, especially if you have mouths to feed. Yun lang po.
More
thank you.
patience.
Yes.
May I add?
Diba?
May I also
More
add?
patience.
Hindi lang yung mga kaparehas natin na dati nang nagtatrabaho ang mga nawala ng trabaho or naghahanap ng trabaho. Marami, kwento sa akin ng daughter ko to ha. A lot of our friends daw who are still in school during the pandemic, talagang naghahanap ng mga trabaho online because both parents lost their jobs. So sabi ko, maghanap ka kaya ng online job na pwede mong gawin doon para, for you to be busy. Sabi niya, Mama, makikipag-agawan pa ako. Ang dami nila daw mga friends na talagang naghahanap daw ng mga trabaho because yun nga, both parents lost jobs. So Yun, sobrang hirap talaga ngayon.
Yeah. So if you have a job, you gotta do your best and be grateful for it. Do your job.
Yes.
Do your job. Pero yan, yung sinabi ng friend ko, kasi he does a lot of things. Like, he's in marketing. He used to be in marketing, but at the same time, nagtuturo siya ng dance lessons.
Wow.
Kasi,
Wow.
well,
All around.
yun. Nag-New York school something siya. So, ayun, napapakita na pag kumikita siya by teaching moms and dads also paying some dance, whatever, classes, ganyan. So, kumikita siya.
Ballroom dance.
So, yun yung sinasabi niya sa akin din. Like, even if you have a job, you must do whatever you can to add something to your portfolio. So maybe you can do that. If you really want to change jobs, make sure na parang you will be marketable. Alam mo yun na may madadagdag ka ngayon during the lockdown, what can you do to improve your skills, diba? So that's important. But it also poses the question, like, not everyone has access to internet. And I think,
yes,
sobrang hassle kasi yung iba hindi makapag-apply talaga ng trabaho because they don't have internet.
Yes.
Hey, everything is online pa naman now. All applications, all job hunting, it's all done online. Wala nang walk-in ngayon.
True.
Nag-try nga ako maghanap ng mga online job. Sabi ko, magturo kaya ako ng English. Ni-reject ako? Hindi daw ako.
Kaya offline. Gusto mo ba? Masaya yun. Pero masaya yun.
Sandali, usap tayo kung sino ka man.
Kaya ka. Grabe sa.
At this point daw, hindi pa nila nakikita that I'm ready. Okay, fine.
Sige, hindi ko pipilitin.
Well, Miss Chloe, you already mentioned your daughter, diba? So you talked about kids now in school and wanting to have a part-time job. Kasi nga, parents. What advice could you give to our fresh graduates? Ang weird kasi diba, hindi naman talaga, mga virtual graduation na naganap, nakita natin yun, ang awkward. Paano po yung paghahanap sa ako ngayon?
Well, ang option lang talaga for them, kung gusto rin nilang maging safe, is to, kasi ngayon ang mga pumapalo is e-commerce nga, digital. So, para sa akin, kung ako sa kanila, enhance nila yung skill nila, magdagdag sila ng skills pagdating sa digital or computer, anything that has to do with social media or whatever. And this is not a good time for them to be choosy. And I think naman sila, kasi sila yung mas mga magagaling compared sa atin. Kasi mas mga
in some
sila.
aspects.
Yeah. Kasi napapag-aralan naman natin yan, Shai, di ba? So I think enhance nila yung skills nila, magdagdag ng skills para mas maging maalam pa pagdating sa kung ano na yung uso ngayon. Kasi wala, sa panahon na yon, pag hindi ka nag-adapt, talo ka. You really have to learn how to adapt.
Ay, nako.
Diba?
And it's a great thing. There's a lot of courses that you can do online. And some of them, even if may bayad, they really lower their rates.
It's very minimal.
Very minimal. To the point na, tipong 1,000, 2,000 lang, you can already attend to a class and learn a new skill, diba? So at least, diba, what is 2,000 pesos? Matututo ka naman.
Sabi ko sa anak ko, mag-vocational ka na lang kaya. Huwag tapusin yung puso mo. Kasi sabi ko, ang daming online classes. Tapos free yung first month. Tapos yung after that, kung gusto mo pa, 500 pesos. Sabi ko, masterin mo lahat ng ino-offer nila. Support kita.
Actually, have you guys read about that, the girl who was able to earn so many vocational whatever you call it. Sorry guys, I don't know the terminologies. Pero yeah, parang nakailang online classes siya within the 3 months of the pandemic or 2 months of the pandemic. Sobrang dami niya na-earn. And she got those from Harvard, mga ganung levels.
Wow!
Kasi there are online classes that Harvard and please name other schools for me. Nahihirapan na po ako. But yeah, those levels of schools, ang daming ganun. I tried to look through them actually. Sabi ko, alam mo, I'm very interested. I wanna learn. Pero yung kailangan ko bumangon ng mas maaga para lang mag-aral. Parang wait, tinamad ako bigla.
Itutulog mo na lang.
Oo. You know, if I have to spend an extra few hours of the day for that, which is not a bad idea, pero tamad lang talaga akong tao. But for others, of course, you can also try that. There are so many available online classes. I think even Testa offers a lot that you can even check out that you might, once again add to your skill sets. And when the time comes that this is all over, whenever that is,
Yeah.
maganda yung resume mo tignan kasi you've learned so much even outside of your college degree. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
DJ ka na, naging chef ka pa. Oh, di
Oo,
ba?
di
Why
ba?
not?
Why not? I mean, we've been dealt with cards. Ito, nakakapag-usap tayo ngayong apat, which is great. It's a very great privilege. Again, it's a blessing. So, as we wrap up today's coffee break, kasi parang ang tagal din natin nag-usap, sobrang na-enjoy ko. I still
Actually,
wanna be with you.
Ayaw mo matapos, no?
I think it's the
Ayoko
connection, guys.
Yes, we're blessed with good connection. That's why.
Yeah. So I want to ask each of you about some realizations with our job
Mhm,
and this pandemic in terms of money.
mhm.
What have you realized for over 100 days of being locked down and doing our jobs at home?
Starting with Sam.
Yes, start with that.
Ako talaga. All right. Well, what I have realized within 100 days of being in lockdown about our jobs, if you have a job, be thankful, diba? The less complaints and just give it your best always, whether you're working at home or not, diba? Always, kumbaga, at a notch high palagi yung performance pa din. Ayan. And of course, when it comes to money naman, it's always essential na meron tayong emergency budget for every family, for every household.
Mhm.
And emergency budget means a total of your 6 months income. Diba? Dapat meron ka palaging naka-ready na ganun for
Napaisip si
emergency
Nick.
Tawa ka,
cases.
Nick.
Isip ko okay. 6 months.
Diba?
Alam ko, iniisip mo.
Na, kumbaga dapat
Nag-compute siya.
dapat masanay tayo na meron tayong laging emergency fund na gano'n.
True.
Bukod pa sa
Tama yun.
savings yan.
Mm-mm.
Bukod pa sa savings mo. Para at least, hindi mo na-deplete yung savings mo ng todo when things like this happen. Diba? Mahirap lalo na for households with families.
Mhm.
Like for us, syempre may mga kids din kami. Iba yung budgeting na nagaganap sa araw-araw. And it's different because of the pandemic. And I believe now the spending is more on electricity and food these days.
And water. For some reason,
Yes, the water
some
too.
bills are over.
Taas ng bill ko sa tubig.
Weird actually, but
Totoo.
anyway.
Hugas
kami
ng
din.
kamay.
Yeah.
Totoo. Totoo.
Sa kakahan washing natin, ayan tuloy.
Every 5 minutes.
Mas malakas tayo sa grocery ngayon talaga, sa grocery,
True.
sa pamalengke, sa electricity, 'di ba? So kailangan para always ready tayo for whatever challenge na haharapin natin. Be
Mhm.
ready with an emergency budget within your family. Or kung single ka man, for yourself, dapat may emergency budget ka pa din.
Mhm.
Yun.
All right. Thank you, Sam. Shai?
All right. Well, for me, tama nga sabi ni Sam about yung budget nga talaga kasi although may karumpot man na meron ako sa sa bangko, but ayun nga, I really try my best not to touch it. But there are times like kapag yung right before sahod, parang I think sige, mga 1,000 kuha lang muna ako or something like that. Kasi yun nga money is hard nowadays. Like we talked about earlier, we don't have our extra sideline like we did before. So the usual income that we were used to before is not the same as what we have now. And the
True.
usual expenses that we were used to before is not the same as now as well. So it's a whole different kind of balancing your income and expenses thing. And parang you've been so used to it for so long, ngayon ang hirap-hirap na gawin. So you really have to adapt. But the one thing I've also really valued now is yung idea that everybody is more conscious about everyone's mental health. Kasi akala ng lahat na work from home or being at home away from other stuff is a great thing. I mean, yeah, there are a whole lot of pros from it. You don't have to take a shower every day. Or ako lang ba yun? pero nabuburyong ka rin, and then you're used to being so busy in the office all the time, and now as soon as you're done with what you're supposed to do, you don't know what to do. You're done with whatever show you've watched on Netflix or something. So our mental health is so importanter even more so now.
That's true.
Ay nako. So I'm really glad that a lot of people are are more conscious about that already and a lot more open about that. So hopefully, even when the pandemic is over, we're going to be more supportive about other people when it comes to our mental health. Ayun. I thank you.
Shai, iwan ko sa'yo si Ethan for a day. Marami kang gagawin.
Alam mo,
Oo.
sige, okay. Alam mo, mag-online class na lang pala ako. Oh gosh. But I would love
Alright.
to. If I need to be a yaya for a day, go lang po.
Sideline yan, sideline.
Oo, why not?
Thanks, Shai.
Yeah.
Chloe?
Oo, yun. Tama yung lahat ng sinabi nila. I agree to Sam's take on the savings and Shai's take on the mental health. Pero ngayon ko na patunayan yung saying na, character is who you are when no one is looking. Because when you're working from home, it's, it's easy for you to be tempted na wag muna itong gawin or matulog muna kaya ako or manood muna kaya ako, tapusin ko muna yung series. So, yun, medyo, it took a while bago nag-sink in sa akin na kailangan pala may routine pa rin ako.
Yes.
So for those who are working from home, if you are blessed na you are still working from home, please give it your best sa kumpanya ninyo. If something is required of you, ibigay nyo na po. Huwag nyo nang paantayin. Unless otherwise, talagang wala naman kayong internet connection. Pero try your best to be able to, to be able to perform. Because everyone right now is just parang lahat tayo ngayon hanging by a thread. Diba? And we do not know what our company is doing just to keep all of us. So appreciate your company. If they keep you busy with a lot of things to do, even when you're working from home, sabi nila, marami daw magkakaroon daw ng, mental health issues pagka you're working from home. But I believe parang mas nakakatakot if you're forced to go out and commute and pumunta ka na ng opisina knowing na, COVID is everywhere. So my take on that is, try your best pa rin na kung ano yung quality ng work mo when you are in the office, ganun pa rin yung maging output mo even when you are working from home.
True.
Yun.
Thank you sa mga bosses natin who are trusting us pa rin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Of course.
Actually.
How about you, Nick?
Yeah.
Oh,
thank
Nick,
you.
ikaw.
Thanks for asking me. Ang dami kong natutunan sa inyo. If that's
Well.
Yeah, so many valuable lessons from you. Of course, I definitely agree. Siguro mas na-guilty lang ako dun kay Miss Sam because I don't feel like I have that much savings for even for myself. Kasi medyo magastos ako sa pagkain. But apart from that, one thing that I realized is also, alam mo yung parang dati ang daming reklamo kasi you're so busy. And then all of a sudden, you just want to be busier.
Yes.
Kasi everything is taken away from you. So, that's something to be grateful for already. I mean, knowing that you have a job is already something to be thankful for. But at the same time, now that you have extra time, I hope that you have extra time, you also use that to your advantage. Okay? Like turning lemons into lemonade. We're the privilege of being connected to the internet and actually doing your research. Ang daming pwedeng gawin yun. You can start your own business. Kahit small lang yan, di ba? Your friends would likely support you. So you do that because every piece counts. And also, it's not a bad thing if you try out new things.
True,
So
true.
I that. Yun lang naman. This is so fun. I would have
Right?
wanted a longer, longer time.
We could actually chika the whole time kung wala lang tayong ibang kailangan gawin.
Yeah.
But this was fun. But it was really fun. And hopefully you guys
Really
also learned a lot of stuff from us. Wow! Giving you guys
Yeah.
insights.
Naman.
Exactly. So why don't you invite our friends over at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, wherever we'll be posting this coffee break session. Chloe.
Yeah, please do check out Coffee Break on our YouTube channel and also on our Facebook page, Easy Rock Manila. It's gonna be fun because you'll be learning a lot. I hope you will learn a lot from us.
So far, we've learned a lot from each other.
Yes.
True.
So yun, just follow us on facebook.com/Easy Rock Manila. On YouTube, it's Easy Rock Manila. Yeah.
All right. Invite them to your shows, yeah?
And yes, do not forget to tune into us every day. We are still on the air. We were never off the air during the pandemic.
Yes.
Until hindi po
Proud.
kami nawala sa area. Right? You can
Correct.
still catch us every day on our show, starting off with me from 6 a.m. to 10 for good vibes. And of course, I do have my special segment, which I call Hey Dave. And of course, after me, it's going to be Chloe.
Yeah, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and catch my daily dose at 12:30 noontime. After me, it's Nick.
All right, that's for me. As for me, you have our daily poll, which is Nick Picks. So I hope that you are joining the polls and actually casting your votes. And after me is Shai.
Yes, after you guys have a debate with your Nick picks, it's my show night. We'll take things light and easy with Light All Night from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. And that's it for us right now, yeah?
Thank you so much, guys. It's so
Thanks,
nice to
Thank
talk
you for watching.
Yes, and we gotta go. Bye-bye, everyone. This has been Coffee Break. Bye!
Bye. See you again soon.